Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today is part 2 for the t-shirt I made the other day. If you guys have not seen this one right here, it is up above or linked down below. So I made this super cute red, white, and moo t-shirt using these stars here, and I've actually got leftovers, so I'm going to apply them to these biker shorts. Once again, you can find something like this at your local, Walmart, online, wherever. These are usually super cheap. 2 for a pack for like $3. These are little biker shorts. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these leftover stars today for these shorts to make it match the t-shirt. So we're going to go ahead and apply a few of these stars here in the opposite side. So as you can see on the t-shirt, we've got the stars on the right side. So on the shorts, I'm going to put them on the left side. Now with the t-shirt, it had the white in it for the red, white, and blue, and the shorts don't. So stay tuned towards the end, and I'm going to cut out a few more stars just to show you another option if you want to add in a little bit of white as well. So I'm going to go ahead and lint roll here. I'm just going to remove any sort of lint. And then as you guys can see, I've already pre-pressed. Today I'm going to be using the Cricut 6x7 heat press. This is perfect because these are youth large or extra large shorts. This is a perfect heat press size to get right there on the side of shorts or pants. You could definitely use the smaller little heat presses as well, the little mini ones. But this is going to be absolutely perfect. Now, I don't have any seams that I'm having to work around either because this is all fabric. There's no seams right here on the side. If there was, you would want to insert a pressing pillow in between the shorts. Now, what I'm going to do with these leftover stars here is I'm just going to be playing around with trying to figure out what looks best before I actually apply the heat. So what I'm doing is I'm actually going to remove a little bit of that plastic just to make sure that I can line these up to get one solid press. So you may see me kind of trimming some of that away. So I'm going to go ahead and just play around with this and figure out, what colors look best and if I want to, put some in, take some away. So at the beginning, you're just kind of playing around with what looks best. Now, my niece really wanted those cow prints on here as well. She had a pair of white ones and black ones. We could not find the white ones before the video started, but I kind of think the white on white with the t-shirt and the shorts both being white, it would have been too much. So I think the black kind of helps break it up. But you could definitely do some white cow prints on here to kind of spruce it up a little bit as well. Or once again, you could definitely go with those white biker shorts and add those cow prints just to kind of drag that down below as well. Now, before I apply the heat, I like to really just kind of envision what this is going to look like. So I'm going to pair it with the t-shirt, as you guys can see here. So I'm just kind of playing around thinking, okay, is these stars going to be a little bit too high up? Do I need to bring them down just a little bit? Does it look good like this? Should I maybe move them here or there? So this is a very good way to really eyeball and figure out what works best for this project. All right, so now we are ready to press our shorts. I'm going to go ahead and line this up. Once again, there's no seams that I'm having to avoid. Right there at the bottom of the shorts, there's a little seam, so make sure you don't get anything on that. So I'm just avoiding having my iron on that to make any uneven pressure. Other than that, you are good to go. And I'm doing 305 for 15 seconds. All of these are hot peel, warm peel, if you will, so I can go ahead and peel off that carrier sheet right away. Now, the red one that I'm using here is Cricut iron-on. The blue is Caesar Sparkle, and the darker blue is Caesar Electric. So that's all of those, and definitely warm to hot peel on those. I'm going to go ahead and peel those up. Now, to switch it up just a little bit, like I said, this is just using leftovers and being able to make an entire outfit with all of the materials used. But if you want to go ahead and incorporate the white from the t-shirt and then have that red, white, and blue theme, I would suggest maybe cutting out 1, 2, 3 to... I cut out 4 just in case, so I would have extra, but you could add just 1 to 2 stars on here. Now, I'm going to use this Caesar Electric. This is their opal, I believe. It's white. It's really, really pretty. You could definitely use a white glitter. You could definitely do just a solid white HTV as well, whatever you would prefer. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim down a little piece. Now, I'm the type of person, I can't just trim down a little square. I've got to go all the way across. It's all or nothing. I don't like to just leave a little lingering. Every once in a while, I'll do that. So now what I'm going to do is apply this on my Cricut mat upside down, and I'm going to use my iPad here, and I'm just going to go to shapes and grab another star. So I'm going to go ahead and size this down, and I'm actually going to make this smaller than I ever did before. So I believe I did these 1.5. That way, all of my stars have a little bit of a different size to kind of make them pop in a different way. So I'm going to go ahead and do that there, and then all you got to do is hit duplicate. I'm going to do that 3 more times, and then we're going to hit make it just like that, and we're going to be ready to go. I'm using the Cricut Explorer Air 2. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and add my mat right inside. I'm using the blue mat today, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit go. Now on my Cricut Explorer Air 2, I've already turned my dial to iron on, and then I'm going to use 2 times the speed, and we're going to go ahead and hit go. Cut those out, and we're going to quickly just go ahead and cut these out, weed them, and apply them to our shorts. Now, once again, you could definitely just leave it like this. I think it looks super cute this way, but because it is a red, white, and blue theme, I wanted to make sure it incorporate that white just so it kind of made more sense. So now what I'm going to do is cut this down to save this other side so I don't waste it before I weed it. And then we're going to go ahead and weed this down. Now, once again, this is that Caesar electric in opal. I'm a huge fan of their electrics. I love anything that kind of has a little bit of a pop, kind of like their sparkle and all of that kind of stuff. It just gives your project a little bit of a different pop. So it's really neat to take several different types of HTV. So as you guys can see here, I'm using Cricut along with Caesar. I kind of mix mine just to kind of get different, just a little bit of a different vibe from each one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and figure out about where I want these to go. Now, this is where I wanted to switch it up just a little bit. Is I'm going to go ahead and place a couple of them in the front, just kind of playing around with it. And then I thought, you know what, this would be neat because right now you're only seeing it from the front. But what would be really cool is whenever she has them on, they're actually going to be on the side of her leg. So they're actually going to be on the front as well as wrapping around the side of the leg a little bit. So I really like that. So now what do we need to do? So we actually need to refold the way that these shorts are so that way we can heat press this with no wrinkles underneath. So all you're simply going to do, once again, since these are all the only stitch line or seam, if you will, is right there in between the legs. So I'm just making sure to avoid that, getting me a nice smooth spot, making sure there's no wrinkles. I'm going to go ahead and put a craft sheet on top just to protect my my easy press since I've got exposed HTV. So now I'm going to go ahead and reapply this once again, 305 for 15 seconds. And I'm not concerned about reheating the other HTV. I know a lot of questions. It's completely fine. It's going to be okay. You wouldn't want to do this over and over and over again, but it's going to be completely fine. All right, so there we go. I'm going to go ahead and hot peel those once again, and that's it. So I really love the way the white came in. So once again, I used all my scraps. So the only thing that I had to use was like a little 1-inch piece of white. So I got a whole nother project out of those scraps. So it was really, really cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you guys did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.